Hi everyone, in this presentation we will talk about the central bank balance sheet and the money supply process. We talked before on the money and its role in economy and uh, why we concern about money because according to the quantity theory of money or what is known as the equation of exchange. The quantity of we multiply the quantity of money by its velocity of circulation uh, should be equal to the price level multiplied by the real output. Therefore, if we consider the velocity of money is constant and the real output is constant at least in short run, the increase in the money supply will translate to increase in the prices, which mean inflation, and this not good for economy. And also a decrease in the if we decrease the quantity of money will translate to decrease in prices, which mean deflation, and also this is not good for economy. The equation of exchange can be written as percentage change in uh, their variables, and we know that the percentage change in any variables that means the money that means the growth rates. Therefore, we can write the equation of exchange uh, in growth rates in this form: money growth plus growth of velocity of circulation equal to the inflation plus the growth in real output. Therefore, uh, if we even the velocity of circulation, the growth rate of velocity of circulation, and uh, the growth rate of real output are not constants, uh, but we know them. Uh, we want to know how the monetary authority need to know how to change the the money growth to control for the change in the inflation rate. When we talk about the money, we mean uh, the quantity of money that are in circulation at any point in time, and this means money supply at any point in time. And we learned before there are two definitions of money: the narrowest concept M1, which include the currency in circulation at hands of the public, this money outside the banks, plus the demand deposit at the commercial bank. The broader concept of money, or M2, it includes, in addition to the currency in circulation and demand deposit, it include the time deposit. Now, to make things simple, we just focus on the narrowest definition of money. That's mean when we talk about the money supply, we mean the currency at hands of public outside the bank system and the demand deposit. We must understand how the most this is the most important question. We must understand how the quantity of money that are circulating at any point in time in economy, how determine. Uh, the answer of this question, the quantity of money at any point in time determined by interaction of three agents, like uh, determined by interaction of public and the commercial bank and the central bank. Now we just focus on the role of the central bank in changing uh, the quantity of money. In order to understand this, we must understand the balance sheet of the central bank. Central bank balance sheet consists of two parts, assets part and liabilities part. The liabilities part does mean other what the other agents own uh, toward the central bank, and it's include the currency. That's mean the currency outside the bank system. It's like it's considered as why it's liability because it's considered as debit on the bank, the central bank, because the central bank by law is promised to cover or to buy back this currency. Currency. Also, any government in the world, but uh, uh, his revenue from taxes or any other resources usually in the central bank and open accounts in central bank, and also this considered as liability on the central bank. In addition to that, the commercial bank uh, bought reserves in the central bank. This mean and this reserves consists of two parts. That mean one part is required by law. That mean the central bank enforce the commercial bank to keep some percentage of its total reserves uh, in the central bank, and this is what known the required reserve. This the any central bank in the world requires this some percentage of the total deposit in any bank to keep and don't use. This this required reserves. In addition to the required reserves, that there are reserves, other reserves that the commercial bank don't use and don't use it. And don't use it as loans or to buy uh, bonds from the Finnish to invest this reserves in the financial market, and this consider acts as reserves, and usually the commercial bank bought this reserves in the central bank to take some interest rate on this reserves, which known as the deposit rate. On assisted side, we see that securities. That's mean securities. That's uh, this important part of the balance sheet because uh, this one of the most important colors that the central bank control the money supply through open market operation. When the central bank want to increase the monetary base, he make open market operation and buys usually government bonds from the financial market, and this and uh, and keep them here, and this process increase the security side, and the other agents who sell who sold the bonds, government bonds for the central bank, put the money back in the commercial bank, and we see this open market operation will the effect of open market operation will reflect increase in security side and also the reserve side. Therefore, through open market operation, the central bank can increase the total size of its balance sheet. Also, there are foreign exchange reserves. That mean usually this are like foreign bonds denominated in euro or in yen. Uh, uh, we skip this now, and also uh, this the central bank maybe make intervention, and usually when central bank want to control the exchange rates of dollar against any currency, foreign currency like euro or the yen or the yen. The central bank give loans also give loans to the commercial bank, uh, and this also when the central bank give loans, increase the loans to the commercial bank. This 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 part will increase, and this part the reserves will increase of the banks. Therefore, uh, we see that the central bank can increase or decrease the size of its balance sheet. We see that we can divide this to two parts because this is the role of the central bank. Maybe the central bank consider as bank for the government because uh, the government put its money in the central bank, and also maybe the central bank as give loans to the government through open market operation, buying or selling government bonds in the financial market. And also the central bank consider as bankers, bank or bank of the bankers, because the commercial bank maybe put his accounts in the central bank, and also uh, can the commercial bank can take loans from the central bank. The most important here we must understand the monetary base. The monetary base is consists of uh, the currency in hands of the public that's outside the banking system and the total reserves. The monetary base is consists of the currency in circulation at hands of the public plus the total reserves. The total reserves consists of two parts. The required reserves, that's mean any central bank in the world required from the commercial bank to keep some percentage of the demand deposit and don't use it, and usually the commercial bank put this money in the central bank, and this known as the required reserves. In addition to the access reserves that the commercial banks don't use or don't give, make loans or don't enter the financial market or don't invest this money, is considered access reserves. That's the money the commercial bank don't use it. And usually put this in the central bank and take some interest rate on this reserves, which known as the deposit rate. We will talk about on this later. We must we notice that through operations of central bank can increase the size of its balance sheet, and this means the, the central bank can increase the monetary base, like the open market operation or through intervention in the foreign exchange reserves, or through making loans to the commercial bank, and the central bank can increase this or this or this, and which will reflect an increase in the accounts of commercial banks reserves or government accounts, or the currency in circulation in hands of the public outside the banks. We will take some examples on this operation. Uh, Central bank can change monetary base through changing size and composition of its balance sheet, through we said through open market operation, a foreign exchange intervention, or through extension of a discount loan to commercial bank. We take example now for an open market operation. We see the effect of open market operation on the size of the balance sheet of the central bank, and consequently on the monetary base. We take example of central bank by what equal to 1 billion of bonds, government bonds from the financial market. We see that the assisted side of the balance sheet of the central bank, the security side increased by $1 billion. When the buyers, the sellers of this government bonds take the money from the central bank, they usually put this money in the commercial bank, and which lead to increase in the reserves by the same amount of money. We see that there are increase in assisted side by $1 billion and increase in liability side by $1 billion. Therefore, the size of the Federal Reserve or central bank increased by $1 billion, and we said that the monetary base is consists of the currency in hands of public and the total reserves, and we see that the reserves increased by $1 billion. This means increase in the size of Federal Reserve balance sheet by $1 billion lead to increase in the monetary base by $1 billion. We take another example for operation of the central bank or Federal Reserve. Uh, in this case, imagine that foreign exchange intervention. What happened if Federal Reserve decide to buy 1 billion worth of bonds denominated in euros? When the central bank enter the financial market and buy foreign bonds from the financial market uh, in dollars. We say that on the sister side, the foreign exchange reserves increased by one also by $1 billion, and also is equivalent to like open market operation because the sellers of these foreign bonds will put money back in the commercial bank, which resulted in increase in reserves by $1 billion. The, the final result will be reflected on increase in the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve System on the Federal Reserve balance sheet, which leads to increase also in the monetary base by $1 billion. We take another example uh, for operation for the central bank uh, through making loans to the commercial banks. Uh, the Federal Reserve or central bank decided to give loans to increase loans to the commercial banks by 100 million. The assisted side will increase by 100 million, and as well as reserves will increase by 100 million, which result increase in the size of the balance sheet of the central bank by 100 million, which reflect will an increase in the monetary base by 100 million. Now we see that the central bank can control its balance, the size and the composition of its balance sheet, and therefore increase the control the monetary base. Control the monetary base. Which is consisted of, as we said before, from the currency in circulation outside the banks, the currency at hand is in the public, plus the reserves, total reserves in the commercial bank. But the monetary base is not the money supply. We say that the central bank control the monetary base, okay, or what is known as the high powered money, but might be or not be the central bank can control the money supply. We will see that. Uh, we'll see that. We'll see that we must understand the relation between the monetary base and the money supply. We know before the monetary base consisted of currency in circulation in addition to the total reserves in the commercial bank, and the total reserves in the commercial banks consisted, as we said before, from the required reserves plus access reserves. This is the same. The required reserves is uh, we said that the central bank required from the commercial bank to come some percentage, this ratio from the total deposit as required reserves in addition to the excess reserve. We know that the money supply M1 consists of currency in circulation, the currency in circulation in addition to the demand deposit. Uh, we know the relation, we want to know the relation between the monetary base and the money supply. Just now, in order to drive this relation between monetary base and the money supply, we just divide the money supply on the monetary base. The monetary supply divided by monetary base is equal to this product. We see that the money supply currency in circulation plus the demand deposit monetary base currency in circulation plus the total reserves which consists of the required percentage of the total demand deposit in addition to excess reserves. If we take the variable demand under demand deposit as common factor from the here and from here, uh, this just math and this will be go by this and we just left by this. This expression is known as the monetary multiplier. Therefore, or money multiplier. Therefore, this what the relation between the money supply and the monetary base. The money supply, we talk about M1, the Naros definition of money, is equal to some multiplier, which known as the money or monetary multiplier, multiplied by monetary base. We see that, or we said that the central bank or Federal Reserve can control the monetary base, but the question now, uh, can the central bank Federal Reserve control the monetary or money multiplier or not? We see that because the money multiplier is dependent on the ratio of currency to the uh, demand under demand deposit and the ratio of access reserves to under demand deposit and this out control of the central bank. The ratio of currency, who determine the ratio of currency to demand deposit is the public, the behavior of public, and the commercial, the behavior of commercial bank who determine the ratio of access reserves to under demand deposit. Uh, Here we see here this ratio, this the money multiplier. We say that the central bank can control the monetary base, but cannot control the money multiplier or monetary multiplier, because the monetary or money multiplier uh, determined by the behavior of the public, which reflected in the ratio of the currency in circulation to under demand deposit, and the behavior of commercial bank, which determined by a ratio of excess access reserves to demand deposit. We take an example of the behavior of the money multiplier. We consider here about M1. We see that the money multiplier is not constant and is changing over time, and due to economic circumstances or acceptation of public about uh, the condition of economy. Uh, this mean in this period is constant and began to decline. This mean when the money multiplier decline, this mean will make limits on the ability of central bank to control the money supply. And we see that when in the Great Recession in 2009, there are uh, great decrease in the money multiplier. Therefore, the behavior of money multiplier is reflected by behavior of the public and commercial bank, and this is due to the acceptation about economy. If the economy is good condition and acceptation is good, there are optimistic view of economy. The commercial bank will increase the loans and invest in the financial market, and this will decrease the ratio of access reserves reserves to demand deposit, and also uh, if people are optimistic, they will not try to take money from keep money in hands, just put money in the commercial bank as demand deposit, uh, and the opposite is true when there are pessimistic expectation about the economy. Thank you.